Afternoon baseball, Cornbelters and the Eagles. The Eagles will hit first. The road team, Cornbelters on the mound. And Cole Schrader on the mound for the second time this young season. Cole Schrader's first outing went 3 1/3. Got the loss in his start, surrendered 4 runs, all of which were earned, had 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, a couple hit by pitches, but the left-hander gets the nod for Joey Hawkins' squad, who has 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie, which we saw yesterday. 5-5 was the final score in that game. As Schrader's getting loose, the southpaw will face Kenny Piper, Noah Jacobson, Peyton Leeper, Ole Arnston, John Stalkup, Justin Eads, and Jacob Bauer, Levi Maslowski, and Jalen Jones will round out the lineup for the Eagles. Here on a beautiful afternoon, Shane Holsey alongside myself, Will Connerly. We got Car Shield Collegiate League action, Cornbelters and the Eagles. The Eagles 1-2, and a quick rebound for the Eagles as they played in the nightcap against the Hoots, and the offense struggled, to say the least, for the Eagles. Got shut out against the Hoots pitching, but Mr. Cleveland from the Hoots looked tremendous. As we get ready here, a quick turnaround for Forrest Herman's squad as they look to pick up a victory to improve to 500, and Joey Hawkins looks to have his team extend their lead on the pack as they're 2-1-1 at the top of the table. The standings as of today, Cornbelters 2-1-1 in first place, Falcons in second place at 2-1. O'Fallon Hoots, after dropping the first 2 games of the season, they're now 2-2 on a 2-game win streak. Follow are the Gems, who are 2-2, who started 2-0 but now have dropped 2. The Cavemen 1-2-1, who tied yesterday against the Cornbelters 5-5 in one heck of a ball game, and then the Eagles now in last 1-2. So opportunity, it's all close, and we're getting ready to start up here. Car Shield Collegiate League at beautiful Car Shield Field. Another hot afternoon, but a great afternoon for baseball. It's just 1 minute past noon here on the 7th day of July. And Kenny Piper will lead things off here in the top of the first inning against the left-hander Cole Schrader, who went 3 1/3 last time out. Did suffer the loss in 3 1/3, did get 4 strikeouts while surrendering 4 walks as well as he delivers the pitch. Missouri State left-hander, former CBC high school pitcher. Kenny Piper swings it from the right side, playing first base for Forrest Herman. That pitch missed upstairs, and Obertop will go have a word with the left-hander Schrader. A quick mound visit. Getting on the same page. Kenny Piper in the box. That pitch missed upstairs. Hitter on deck is Noah Jacobson. He's been off to a hot start this season. Leads the team with 3 hits. He's 3 for 7, hitting .429 on this young season, just through 3 games for the Eagles. A 4-pitch walk to lead off things. So Kenny Piper reaches base on the free pass, and that will bring up the hottest hitter on this Eagles roster, Noah Jacobson. Noah Jacobson, the only Eagle to hit a home run this season, now is up here in the top of the first with a runner on first base, and that pitch missed upstairs. Schrader's, all of his misses have been above the zone with the fastball. Walked Piper, and now behind 1-0 to Noah Jacobson, the shortstop.
Schrader features good stuff, but the walks were a problem as last time out. 4 walks in 3 1/3. So needs to limit the free pass.
So 2 balls, no strikes. Schrader looking to find it here in the top of the first inning. Runner on first is Piper. Jacobson in the box, the delivery. Missed upstairs. So now that count runs to 3 balls and no strikes, and the hitter on deck is Peyton Leeper. So the 3-0 offering from Schrader, the left-hander. Missed outside, so back-to-back walks to lead off the game. Schrader surrenders 4 straight to the first 2 hitters of the game, and now Peyton Leeper comes into the box. Opportunity for Leeper to get his squad some runs, who fell 4-0 yesterday to the Hoots last night. Their offense was struggling, but this could give their offense and starting pitcher some confidence if they can score a couple runs and take advantage of these walks here in the top of the first inning, as that breaking ball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes with runners on first and second. Piper and Jacobson both reached to lead off this game on the free pass. And now Leeper, the second baseman, in the box. Leeper has notched 2 hits here in this young season as that breaking ball goes in. He has 2 hits in 8 tries. Hitting .250. He's been hit by pitch a couple times as well. Also a couple runs batted into his name. An RBI opportunity here as well as a strike is in on the inside corner. So Schrader making a nice pitch to the 3-hole. Now 1 ball, 2 strike count with no score here in the top of the first. Both runners reach base via the free pass, but now the 3-hole Leeper up. The breaking ball misses low. Good block by Obertop.
After those first couple of walks, we've seen Schrader go to the breaking ball a few more times here to the 3-hole hitter. Leeper trying to get his mechanics down pat.
The southpaw comes set, takes a look at Piper, and misses upstairs with that pitch. So now the count falls 3 balls, 2 strikes. No score here. Thanks for joining us here on CarShield Collegiate League TV. No score. A beautiful afternoon game. $5 frenzy game for fans who come to CarShield Field for all these afternoon games, as the left-hander looks and delivers the 3 ball, 2 strike pitch, and now has started this game off with 3 free passes, and that will juice the bases up for Ole Arnston. So Ole Arnson with a big opportunity. The right-handed hitting, powerful designated hitter comes up with the bases loaded. And after the Eagles were held scoreless last night, they have a great opportunity to put runs on the board right away with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the first inning.
Dangerous situation. Never want to face Arnson with runners on base, but even worse with the bases loaded, nobody out after you just walked the first 3 batters of the ball game. Schrader just needs to bear down and get himself a couple of outs here.
Arnson 1 for 5 in this young season, does have a double to his name. As that pitch is in there for strike 1. Center cut fastball to number 28, the designated hitter, Ole Arnson. Schrader looking to dig down deep with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Nothing wrong with taking that first pitch, make him prove he can come in the strike zone.
Some late action on that breaking ball. He needed a good pitch and he got it. Now is no balls and 2 strikes. That pitch looked like the fastball coming out of the hand, but late sharp break fooled Arnson. Now 0-2 offering. Pitch missed up and away, tried to climb the ladder. And early on in this game, it looked like it could have been an issue trying to get the footing down. When a pitcher's landing, when a pitcher's weight isn't staying back long enough, or if their landing point isn't consistent, a lot of times they can miss up in the zone. And that's where we've seen a lot of the misses today from Schrader, the left-hander. But the 1-2 pitch is chopped to the shortstop, thrown across the diamond, so that will be an out on the ground out. Ole Arnston on the 6-3, but a run will come around to score in Kenny Piper, and runner Noah Jacobson advances to third base. Leeper advances to second. So now runners on second and third for John Stallcup after a run is scored. For the Eagles here in the top of the first inning, 3 straight walks for the Eagles put Ole Arnson in a great opportunity. With the bases loaded and nobody out, he put the ball in play, got a job done, getting a run across, as now the Eagles are on top 1-0 here in the top of the first inning, and still 2 runners out there for John Stallcup. Stallcup 2 for 5 on this young season. He's drawn 1 walk, struck out a couple times, 1 hit by pitch as well.
Had both the Eagles hits last night, a couple of base hits.
We'll see what he does with the lumber at the dish here. The breaking ball drops in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away after Arnson grounded out to the shortstop with the bases loaded. It did notch a run across for the Eagles as Freeling threw it across the diamond. As this ball's fouled away to the right side, and Stallcup now on a 1-ball, 2-strike count, has a couple of runners up there for him. Let's talk about the middle infielders for the Cornbelters up the middle today, Freeling and Nivens. Nivens made a game-saving play yesterday. The game was in the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance. But Nivens diving up the middle to save a run and ultimately save the game, because if that ball gets through, if that run scores, it's a walk-off victory. But the Cornbelters preserved it, got the tie, and that helps them out in the standings, because the tie is worth more than a loss. We kind of do it in the hockey sense now that they have the ties in effect, as that pitch is missed low. The runner is going to come home, being challenged on it, diving and safe at the plate. Aggressive play from Jacobson as it got away from Overtop, and now 2-0 is the score. Leaper advances to third, and Stallcup hits with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. 2-0 Eagles on top. Coming off the heels of a night where their offense struggled against the Hoots pitching. They already have 2 runs here in the top of the first inning. Forrest Herman likes to see it. Although 3 straight walks, they're taking advantage of those opportunities, getting Arnson the ground out, putting it in play, scored the run. And now Jacobson comes across after the wild pitch. So runner on third base is Peyton Leaper. John Stallcup, the catcher, at the dish with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Now 2-0, Eagles have the lead. The left-hander delivers a pitch. Stallcup, they said he went around, so now 2 away, and a chance for Schrader just to limit the damage to 2 runs after walking the first 3 hitters of the game. Justin Eads comes to the box. Justin Eads played the first couple of games for the Eagles, had the night off yesterday. Here in the lineup for Forrest Herman. On this afternoon for baseball, playing right field. We'll see what the right-hander does. As that breaking ball is in for a strike. When Schrader's got ahead, it's been with that breaking ball to the right-handers. As a left-hander, it can sweep across the zone, and it's not that pitch you want to hit on the first offering of an at-bat. 0-1 after the good breaking ball from the left-hander. That pitch missed low as the right-handed hitting outfielder lays off the pitch in low and away. 2-0, Eagles have the lead. They've plated 2 runs. Piper and Jacobson, who both walked to start this game, as 3 straight walks were issued by the left-hander to start it. Both have come around to score. As this ball's hit to left, that's going to be another run, and nice base knock for Justin Eads. Coming around to score now 3-0, Peyton Leaper. As Eads hits a nice single to left field, Eads gets on, and that brings up Jacob Bauer. Joey Hawkins going to have a word with his left-hander. His afternoon has started with a walk issue to the first 3 hitters of the game, Kenny Piper, Noah Jacobson, and Peyton Leaper. Arnson had an RBI ground out to the shortstop. John Stallcup got caught swinging. And now 2 away, but 2 runs across as well. And Justin Eads on first base as he knocked in Peyton Leaper, who was the 3rd batter to walk in this one. Was on third base, and Eads found the sweet spot of the bat, pulled it to left field for a base knock. He's now on first as Hawkins addresses his pitcher. It's a 3-0 ball game. Eagles on top. Now Mr. Bauer at the plate with 2 away.
We've seen Justin Eads' hitting ability at Quincy University, just an excellent contact hitter. Always going to find a way to put the ball in play, and more often than not, he's going to hit a ball hard, and he did just there. Nice 2-out RBI.
Bauer takes that first pitch for a strike. Bauer looking for his first hit here in the Car Shield Collegiate League, 0 for 5 to start off this young season for the Eagles, who are 1-2. Looking to go to 500 today, and prospects look good early as they've scored 3 runs in the top of the first inning. As this ball's chopped up to the shortstop, Freeling flips it over to Nivens, and that will be the 3rd out, but not before the Eagles score. 3 straight walks to start the game. They all come around to score on the RBI knock by Justin Eads. That was the 3rd run. As we send it to the bottom of the 1st inning, 3-0, Eagles on top. CCL TV. Code Ninjas O'Fallon is located on the Deerberg Shopping Center at Deer Creek Crossing. 2955 Highway K in O'Fallon is where you can find them. That's right at the intersection of Highway K and N. Kids ages 7 to 14 will learn how to code by building small video games with the help of our sensei instructors. They will start at white belt and go all the way to black belt. Come in today to go all the way from white belt to black belt. And you get a free 30-minute session to try it out. Kids have fun. Parents see results. 636-851-9634. Ben Hecht on the mound as they throw it down. Tate Matheny, Jimmy Obertop, Kyle Vance, the first 3 hitters for the Cornbelters to follow. Carter Mize, Brett Pearson, Zach Freeling, and to round it out is Spencer Nivens, Desmond Woods, and DJ Schmidt. So Ben Hecht on the mound. Effingham, Illinois native, went to Wichita State and was later drafted in the 12th round by the Chicago Cubs. That pitch on the corner for strike 1. We'll take you around the horn as Hecht is throwing to Stallcup. Maslowski at 3rd, Jacobson at short, Leaper at 2nd, and Piper at 1st. The 0-1 offering is fouled away. Bauer is in left, Jones is in center, Eads is in right. And again, the battery is Hecht and Stallcup. Hecht in the Chicago Cubs organization.
A couple of minor league players squaring off here.
Tate Matheny.
Matheny been as high as AAA, Hecht as high as AA.
Hecht comes set and delivers the pitch. Swung through for strike 3 as he sets down Matheny swinging to start this bottom of the 1st inning. Hecht in his minor league career has thrown 133 and a third innings. Only surrendered 103 hits, has a 3.38 career ERA in 88 appearances. A 5-4 record as Jimmy Overtop, the catcher, comes to the plate. Hecht comes set. And that fastball. Some great life on the fastball, called for strike 1 as the Eagles plated 3 runs in the top of the 1st inning here in the bottom of the 1st. We'll see what response the Cornbelters have. Coming off a 5-5 draw yesterday, Cornbelters are top of the table. Obertop belts this one to left field, and it's going to get over Bauer in left and go for a ground rule double. Nice piece of hitting on the breaking ball from Jimmy Obertop, and he grabs himself 2 bags as Kyle Vance now comes to the plate.
Obertop all over that breaking ball, almost like he was sitting on it. Recognized the spin, got it right down the middle, more of a hanger. Not the breaking ball Hecht was looking to throw on 0-1, and Obertop, a talented hitter at the University of Michigan, ropes that one over Bauer's head and hopped over the wall.
Great piece of hitting for Obertop, who's now in scoring position. Kyle Vance at the plate. The first offering is missed low for ball one. Kyle Vance 3 for 11, hitting .273 to start this season. And Obertop on second just had his second extra base hit. 2 of the 4 hits he's had are extra base hits, that double, and then the home run he had the other day. Nice addition to this roster for Joey Hawkins. They made a couple of additions that after the first day have been big impact players, Tate Matheny and Jimmy Obertop, and also someone in the lineup as well today. Brett Pearson, who's playing right field for Joey Hawkins, is Cornbelters, who, as we mentioned, are in first place with a 2-1-1 record. So 2 balls and no strikes as Hecht delivers the pitch. That ball is fouled away to the left side. We'll make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and a strike, rather, as Kyle Vance is in the box. Kyle Vance, as we mentioned, was having a nice spring campaign, already with 3 hits here in the Car Shield Collegiate League. As the right-hander Ben Hecht comes set. The Chicago Cubs organization, former Wichita State Shocker, as the right-hander tries to climb the ladder, but it will miss a little upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. And it's always nice as a starting pitcher to come out on the mound and your team already has the lead. You like pitching at home. You like pitching in the friendly confines of your ballpark when we talk about baseball in general. But in a league like this, there's really no home field advantage factor, especially with the fact that they're doing tie games. But one thing is the starting pitcher does get an advantage if he comes out on the mound with a victory. At least psychologically, your stuff and the way you're going to pitch, if you have a 3-4 run lead just to start the game, can really bode well. And now Carter Mize has an opportunity with a couple of runners on. And we'll see if the Cornbelters have a response after they surrendered 3 runs in the top frame of the first inning. Now a couple runners on with just 1 out. Runners on first and second for the 4-hole Carter Mize. We'll see what the cleanup hitter can do here as the first pitch is taken for strike 1 on the corner. Good action on the fastball. The left-handed hitting first baseman gets right up on the plate with a little bit of open stance. As Hecht comes set and delivers the pitch, that ball's chopped away to the right side. Runner on second is Obertop, who doubled on a breaking ball from Hecht. He was the second hitter of the game. Tate Matheny struck out swinging to start this game. And then Vance reached on the free pass. As Mize is now in the box with a good opportunity to do some damage. We saw his brother Drew Mize, who's been off to a great start this season. He's 4 for 9, and Carter Mize has 3 hits. He's 3 for 12. Hecht comes set and delivers the breaking ball that Mize swings through, and that will be the second out. So now Hecht has an opportunity to strand a couple runners on first and second as that brings in Brett Pearson to the box.
Electric stuff off the right arm of Ben Hecht. Hard fastball and a sharp breaking ball. That's a professional breaking ball right there.
No doubt about it, as he's got a couple of nice swing and misses on it, and that's why it was so surprising that breaking ball was a little elevated to Obertop. But Obertop did a nice job to belt that one to left field, getting on second base with the double, but now 2 away, and Heck has an opportunity to strand a couple runners. Brett Pearson, new addition to the roster today, wearing number 25, playing right field, swinging it from the left side. Hex comes set with 2 on and 2 aboard, hit to the right side, and Piper Mishandled it for a sec, but Hecht got over there in time for the third out. Hecht strands two, and after one, 3-0 Eagles on top. You're watching CCL TV. This inning's brought to you by Interco Recycling. Interco has been recycling non-ferrous industrial metals, batteries, computers, and electronics since 1996. The company operates a 400,000 square foot, 45-acre facility on the Illinois side of downtown St. Louis. If your company has large amounts of scrap metals, batteries, or electronics to recycle, call Interco Recycling at 1-877-258-3601 or on the web at www.itcscrap.com. Interco Recycling, a Mellotronics recycler since 1996. Levi Maslowski, Jalen Jones, and then back to the top of the order in Kenny Piper is what the left-hander Schrader will face. Schrader started the ball game off with 3 straight walks to Piper, Jacobson, and Leeper. They all came around to score. Arntzen grounded out for the first out. He was the cleanup hitter, 4th hitter of the game. But the ground out did let a run score, and then on a passed ball and a single by Justin Eads, the other 2 runs came home. And now here in the second inning, getting things started off with a strike for Schrader. He'll look to get ahead of the hitters he faces. 8, 9, then 1. Maslowski, the third baseman, swings through that pitch. So now 0-2 count. Schrader getting ahead, featuring a nice breaking ball. That breaking ball misses a little inside, so a ball and 2 strikes. And we'll see how Schrader responds this inning. You talk about leadoff walks. He issued a walk to the first 3 hitters, and they all came around to score as the left-hander misses upstairs with that pitch. But then proceeded to get an out from Arntzen. Stallcup struck out. Eads prolonged the inning with a 2-out RBI single as that fastball center cut and thrown around the horn. So he gets Maslowski looking to start off the second inning. And Jalen Jones will now come to the dish. He's hitting in the 9th spot. The left-hander gets a strikeout to start this inning, and that first pitch is taken for strike 1. So the command looking much better. When Schrader can get ahead, we know his stuff is great. And he gets ahead here now again in an 0-2 count. And we'll see if he has his way with the 9-hitter, Jalen Jones. The 0-2 pitch is fouled away. We'll do it again. The 0-2 pitch missed up and in. That pitch hit to left field. That's going to be a single for Jones, maybe extras, as he's going to try to swipe second, and he slides into second safely. So a double for Jones as he motors into second base out of the box. He was hustling to get to, and now in scoring position for the Eagles with 1 away. And now back to the top of the lineup, Kenny Piper. Walked last time he was at the plate. So Jalen Jones on second base after the double. And now Schrader will work with a runner on base. Takes a peek at Jones and delivers the first pitch to the leadoff hitter, Kenny Piper. That pitch misses low.
Just what you want out of your 9-hole hitter. Probably more than you could ask for, really. Just asking for him to get on base, and if you can knock in some extra bases, get on second base, get in scoring position for the top of your lineup, that's all you can really ask for.
Now Kenny Piper, the Columbia College infielder and outfielder, can play anywhere. Swings through that pitch. Took a healthy hack on 2-0 as he has a runner in scoring position in Jalen Jones after the double to left field. Piper from Florissant, Missouri, coming on off an academic all-conference campaign, but has been recognized by the AMC at Columbia College for multiple years as he's been a standout athlete, an academic All-American as well. Leading off things for Forrest Terman today, reaching and coming around to score in the first inning with the bases on balls.
You see so many of these college athletes and even the pro athletes, they were as good as they were on the field, they were just as good in the classroom, and that's you can't have baseball, you can't have one without the other. So you can't have baseball if you're not getting it done in the classroom, and
well, from
all these guys are.
From multiple standpoints, from an eligibility standpoint, but then also just it can go hand in hand, just the mental side of the game and things like that, and having your IQ of baseball. It can kind of show on the field when you know someone who can be intelligent. And also I think another thing is when you apply some of the methods of hard work, consistency, and discipline to baseball and you feel your craft, a lot of these guys, that's just who they are, and they take that same approach to the classroom, and they take that same approach all around. And it shows that it can work in many facets of your life, and that's why we all love the game of baseball here, is because it taught us so many lessons in terms of teamwork and discipline, consistency with your craft, coming day in and day out. And you apply that to things like school, and you're able to excel. And also just from a logistical standpoint, it helps you stay eligible if you keep your grades up. And obviously you can't have baseball. That's why they bring it first student, then an athlete, the student athlete. But Jacobson comes up, and he's been a heck of an athlete this summer. He's been the standout hitter so far for the Eagles this summer from our evaluations as he takes that pitch. A breaking ball for ball one. Runners on first and second. Schrader has surrendered 4 walks here this game. He walked Piper twice here in the first and the second inning, and he swings through that pitch. Jacobson does for 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away and 2 on. And like we mentioned, Schrader went 3 1/3, issuing 4 walks last time on the mound. He's gone 1 1/3 and has issued 4 walks so far, 3 coming in the first inning. The first 3 hitters of the game. Got Maslowski to start the inning on a strikeout. Jones reached second on the double, and then Piper just walked. And now that brings up Jacobson, here the 4th hitter of this inning, with just 1 away and runners on first and second base. So 2 balls and a strike as the southpaw delivers. Jones is off for third. The throw goes into left field, and Jones will take home. So another run comes around to score for the Eagles. Jones got the stolen base for third, and then comes around on the air, the throwing air from Obertop to score, and that will move up Piper to second base. So a runner is on second in Piper, and Jones comes around to score. We do give Jones credit for that stolen base of third base, and all our stolen bases, as you know, are brought to you by the O'Fallon Family YMCA. The Y for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. As that pitch is hit to center field, and it's going to drop in front of DJ Schmidt. DJ Schmidt's coming up throwing. Obertop catches it, and a strong throw as Piper has to be held up at third base. But Jacobson does a nice job of advancing on that throw. So now runners on second and third as the Eagles are looking good early on the offensive end. They took advantage of a couple free passes but now some nice hits are coming around. Jones had the double, Jacobson had the single, and Eads also had an RBI single in the first. Already a handful of knocks for these Eagles, who only scattered a couple hits last night.
And as soon as Jacobson saw Schmidt come up firing like that, he could tell by the angle by which the ball came out of his hand that was going to be a high throw, and easy extra base taken there by Jacobson. Now a base hit can bring in a couple instead of just one, and the double play is no longer in order.
So Peyton Leeper up at the plate. His team with a 4-0 lead. That ball's hit to the right side. 3 runs scored in the first inning, and now one more is plated here in the top of the second inning. Jalen Jones doubled and then came around to score on the air from Obertop on the throw as Jones took third base, and then the ball went into left field, and Jones took home. And then Jacobson had a single to center and advanced to second base. On the throw from the center fielder, DJ Schmidt, who made a strong enough throw to hold up Piper at third base, is where he stands now. Piper, the runner at third, and Jacobson, the runner at second, and in the box, Leeper, who fouls that one away. So for the second strike, so a ball and 2 strikes with 1 away for the Eagles, who now have 4 runs and lead 4-0 here in the top of the second inning. We'll see what the Southeast Missouri State player can do at the box, hitting in the 3-hole. Peyton Leeper, the 1-2 pitch. She swings through that curveball, and a nice pitch from the left-hander Schrader to get Leeper down swinging.
That's just what he needed. Now 1 more out. They can strand a couple of runners in scoring position. The difference between a 4-run deficit and a 6-run deficit is astronomical.
3 strikeouts for Schrader. He's also surrendered 4 walks and 2 runners on. That ball's hit to right by Olay, and coming to get it and diving is Pearson, making a great play, saving a couple runs. And that's how we end the top frame of the second inning. 1 more across, and Eagles extend their lead to 4-0. You're watching Carshow Collegiate League TV. Zach Friedling, Spencer Nivens, and Desmond Woods due up for the Cornbelters. And now for another inning of work, Ben Hecht. Ben Hecht looked pretty good, Shane, in the first.
Very electric stuff. Featured a good fastball, a good sharp breaking ball, a fastball in the low to mid 90s. Surrendered a couple of base runners, hung a breaking ball to Obertop, but the very next one he threw was a very sharp one that got a strikeout. So a nice job working around the double.
Yeah, that breaking ball that he threw to Mize was something else.
Disgusting.
He had a couple strikeouts in the bottom of the first inning. Now here in the bottom of the second inning, a 4-0 lead for the Eagles. And as Hecht steps on the mound, the 0-1 offering, as that breaking ball is called for strike 2. As the Billiken Zach Freeling playing shortstop today for Joey Hawkins, the 5'11 junior infielder. Gets a broken bat on this one. Coming up on it is Maslowski. Throws it over to first and Piper, but Piper comes off the bag, and that's an infield hit for Zach Freeling to start things off. Freeling goes to first, and Spencer Nivens, who made a great highlight reel play yesterday. He was playing shortstop. The ball was hit up the middle by Daniels and comes over Nivens. Little did we know it looked off the bat. Oh, that's a walk-off, guys. But no, Spencer Nivens had us all in shock as he makes the play, throws it across the diamond to preserve the tie, which could be huge when we look at the standings later in the year and how that tie and tiebreakers can really affect things. As we did mention it earlier, if you have any questions about why the standings were posted in the manner that they did early on, it's based on the win streak. If the teams have the same record, but the tie really can complicate things. But a team that's 2-1-1 is going to be better than a team that is 2-1. You get credit for that tie as the left-hander's in the box with a 1-0 count.
And as always, if you guys have any questions, we're always checking our social media, the CarShield Collegiate League, CarShield CL on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you have any questions, you can, or if you're watching the game on the stream like you are now, then just pop over in the live chat or hit us up on social media, and we'll gladly answer any questions you have.
Any questions? We want to promote these players the best we can and commit to integrity and accuracy as a left-hander's getting loose in the Eagles' pen. Likely Hecht just going to this afternoon.
Or any information about any players, any pronunciations, feel free to hit us up.
Please do. As that pitch is missed upstairs, we encourage everybody, as we wanted to say, we know first and foremost getting the names of a lot of these players is right, and we do the best we can as a lot of this stuff was put together at the last moment. We haven't been able to maybe get some of those pronunciations yet, or we have, and maybe we have them wrong, or information's wrong and names wrong. Something could be wrong that we're saying. It's very likely, and we recognize that as this was all thrown and put together. I don't want to say it was thrown together, but the manner in which everything happened, it had to happen at a pretty rapid pace, that you didn't get the full prep time for a traditional league. But nonetheless, Spencer Nivens reaches on the walk, and what you said, Shane, definitely holds true. But runners on first and second for Desmond Woods, the Maryville outfielder. That ball is chopped away to the backstop.
Well, you've seen the Woods brothers, as we like to say, flashing the leather out in the field. Tommy Woods has made some brilliant plays in the field. Desmond Woods gunned down a runner from right field the other night. So the Woods brothers showing out well here in the CarShield Collegiate League.
Desmond Woods still looking for his first hit here in the CarShield Collegiate League. In the bottom of the second, it would be a good time for it as his team trails 4-0. With runners on first and second against the hard-throwing right-hander Ben Hecht. As that breaking ball catches the strike zone. Or did it?
Sure looked inside to me. I think it was a ball.
You called it. I think I got fooled on how much that breaking ball moved. It's an
just got away from him a little
pitch
bit.
From Hecht. Hecht has tight action on that breaking ball. That one is a strike.
That one for sure is a strike.
As Woods swings through it. And even on a breaking ball that he kind of missed on, I think it threw us back because he's been so consistent and he's been spinning that thing at such a high clip. As the right-hander has a 1-ball, 2-strike count with a couple runners on. Hecht delivers the pitch, and Woods grounds it to the shortstop, thrown over Jacobson to Leaper to first, but Woods beats it out. So the speedy Woods now on first base as Freeling advances to third. Woods grounds on the fielder's choice and advances And that will have Nivens off the base paths as Woods reaches on the fielder's choice. Friedling is to third base, so runners on the corners for DJ Schmidt. And DJ Schmidt has had a great start to this season. He's been a great 9 spot for Joey Hawkins. He's 9 for 4, hitting .444 here in this young season. Also has an RBI, and the run batted in was a crucial one. That won one of the Cornbelters games earlier this season. Runner takes off in Woods as that ball's fouled away to the left side.
And the significance of getting that out at second, not only do you take the speed of Nivens off the base pass, but you keep the double play in order and keep 2 runners out of scoring position.
Desmond Woods had a great jump. He was standing on second base, but didn't realize the ball was fouled away. Was asking, he's got to go back. Maybe watch him for him to run again. Has some great speed, and that would take the double play out of tact. As Schmidt swinging it from the left side. Wood stays put. Schmidt swings through that fastball. So now 0-2 is the count. Freeling started off the inning with a single. Nivens reached on the free pass. Then Woods reached on the fielder's choice, which got Nivens off the base pass. And now runners at the corners with 1 away and DJ Schmidt in the box. Tate Matheny, the hitter on deck, led off this game with a swinging strikeout. And he's been a player we've had our eye on. A big-time name playing here in the CarShield Collegiate League. 0-2 as Zach takes a runner over on Woods at first. The speedy Maryville outfielder. Speedy but also very strong like his brother Tommy. Both are built just different. You see the way that the muscle that they have, the build that they have, it's very impressive with the power and then also speed that they have as well. It's a great combination of athleticism from the 2 brothers as that foul ball is out of play from Schmidt. Schmidt trying to work a good at-bat. He's had a couple of great at-bats that haven't gone in the book either, that we've seen him just foul balls off and stay alive. And then if he can flip it back over to Matheny in any way, that just makes a pitcher throw more pitches. We saw that yesterday, and they knocked Prywich out after 2 innings just because Schmidt had a 10-pitch at-bat as the 0-2 pitch awaits. Schmidt fouls another one off right on cue.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier this morning when we got here. Schmidt has really impressed us, especially hitting out of the 9-hole, just being able to work a solid at-bat. He's going to give you a high-quality at-bat. He's not going to go down easily. He's going to foul some pitches off, and he's come through with 4 hits as well out of the 9 spot, so all you can ask for if you're Joey Hawkins.
Yeah, it was second on the team behind Josh Cook, who's 5 for 13. But Drew Mize and DJ Schmidt, Mize, who's not in the lineup tonight, Drew, rather, isn't in the lineup tonight. Carter is. As this ball's hit to right field, but it's going to be a foul ball. But, yeah, DJ Schmidt and Drew Mize each with 4 hits, which is second to Josh Cook, who had 5 coming into this afternoon. As the Cornbelters looking to get something going with runners on the corners and 1 away as they trail 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning against the right-hander who pitches in the Chicago Cubs organization. Ben Hecht works on the mound. Schmidt having another one of those great at-bats. But it's 0-2. And he swings through that fastball for the second out, as there's now 2 away. Catcher Stallcup thought it was 3 as he started to go back, but started to walk towards the dugout, but needs 1 more out. It could be a tough one to get, and Tate Matheny struck out swinging last time at the dish.
Hey, that happens every now and then. Forget how many outs there are.
Most definitely.
Pitcher comes away with a big strikeout. You want to walk off the field. Nope. Turn around, go back, and catch at least 1 more hitter.
Good breaking ball to swing through on Matheny. And, yeah, you talk about it happens, I believe, a couple times. I've forgot that it's happened here in the handful of games that we've done here in this first week plus of the CarShield Collegiate League. So
happens to the best of them, Will.
Amen. Runners on the corners with now 2 away. As that pitch is missed low, a run-saving stop by John Stallcup as the fastball was spiked. And if it gets by Stallcup, you believe Freeling's coming home to score that first Cornbelter run of the game. So good job by Stahlcup to be a wall back there on the spiked fastball. Not easy thing to do as there's runners at the corners with 2 away. A 1-ball, 1-strike count as Hecht comes set. Facing against Matheny. Matheny grounds this one to the shortstop Jacobson, and Jacobson throws it across the diamond for the 3rd out. So we send it to the 3rd inning, 4-0. Eagles on top. Give it to Shane Hulsey to take over the middle innings on CarShield Collegiate League TV.
A reminder, this inning is brought to you by Interco Recycling. Interco has been recycling non-ferrous industrial metals, batteries, and computers and electronics since 1996. The company operates a 400,000 square foot, 45-acre facility on the Illinois side of downtown St. Louis. If your company has large amounts of scrap metals, batteries, or electronics to recycle, call Interco Recycling at 1-877-258-3601 or on the web at itcscrap.com. That's 1-877-258-3601 or visit them on the web at itcscrap.com. Interco Recycling, a Metaltronics recycler since 1996. Shane Hulsey, Will Connolly with you. I'll take you through the next 3 innings, 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning, as the Cornbelters, or the Eagles rather, hold on to a 4-0 lead. Eagles trying to fight their way, or Cornbelters trying to hold the Eagles lead right where it is. As first pitch swinging John Stahlcup swings and misses for strike 1 against Cole Schrader back out for his 3rd inning of work. Gave up 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second. Back out here for the 3rd as that pitch misses low for a ball, 1-1. Stahlcup, couple of hits last night, the only hits for the Eagles on the evening. They've already surpassed that number here this afternoon as that's hit to short. And on to first is Freeling for out number 1. Nice quick out there for Schrader against John Stahlcup, and that'll bring in the right fielder out of Quincy University, Justin Eads. RBI base hit his last time up. Drove in the 3rd run of the game for the Eagles. Drove in the 3rd run of that first inning. First 3 hitters reached via the free pass, and all of them came around to score. So 6-3 on the ground out by John Stahlcup. He's 0 for 2. Justin Eads 1 for 1. Make that 2 for 2 on a base hit to left field. Couple of hits for the Quincy University Hawk. And that'll bring in the left fielder, Jacob Bauer. Was a designated hitter last night, playing the field this afternoon in the left field. So the 1-out base hit for Justin Eads, and now the left fielder, Jacob Bauer, with a runner on base and 1 away as the Eagles look to add on here in the top of the 3rd. Thank you for joining us here on CarShield Collegiate League TV. Whether you're at home, on your lunch break at work, however you're watching, wherever you're watching, Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate the support from the more than 230 of you who have subscribed to our YouTube channel and more than 400 who have followed us on Twitter as Bauer laces one into left field. And back-to-back one-out base hits for the Eagles as they look to add on.
Justin Eads having a nice day with a couple singles, but nice piece of hitting there by Bauer as well. As that's his first hit here in the CarShield Collegiate League, so congratulations to him. Not an easy feat to do against the Division I left-hander.
The Division I left-hander out of Missouri State, former CBC cadet Cole Schrader.
And you know that Tom Bauer has to be happy with
Absolutely
the way his son handled the lumber right there, getting on first base and notching himself a base hit, the director of stadium operations here at CarShield Field.
Now 2-0 to the third baseman, Levi Maslowski. Struck out looking to begin the second inning. 0 for 1 on the line for him so far, with a couple of runners on base and one away here in the top of the third. The 2-0 from Schrader. Swung on and missed. He chased a breaking ball.
We've seen some nice swings and misses from the left arm of Schrader from some of these Eagles hitters. It's just been we've seen the command has been off and on, but the breaking balls and the strikeout stuff is definitely there.
The stuff is most definitely there. It's just a matter of harnessing it.
And he's shown at times that he can absolutely carve up some hitters with that breaking ball. He loves throwing it to right-handers a lot. It seems like he likes getting ahead with that breaking ball. And I know a lot of left-handers with sweeping action on the breaking ball, it's almost easier for them to throw it to right-handers because it kind of pops out and starts in that hitter's box of the left-handed hitter's box, and then sweeps into the strike zone. The hitter has no chance early in the count.
And there's another one. He went with 3 straight breaking balls, and he strikes out Maslowski for the second time. Strikeout number 4 for Mr. Schrader.
It's smart pitching. You get it over early in the count, sweep it in there, and then you throw a different one harder. And they ask a lot of pitchers, hey, do you have how many pitches? And, yeah, it's one pitch, but it's 2 different types of pitches. One's more of a get me over, let me get a strike, and one's I'm going to bury this bad boy.
And he buried that bad boy right there for the strikeout.
And that one he got over for strike 1, so he can use the breaking ball in different manners and different capacities, and it's nice to see from the lefty.
There's another one that gets past Obertop and to the backstop. Runners advance, and now 2 runners in scoring position for the center fielder, Jalen Jones. If he can do what he did last time, he'll drive in a couple of runs. He doubled and scored in the second. So a 1-1 count to the speedy center fielder, Jalen Jones. Top of the order, Kenny Piper on deck. Bauer on second, Eads on third. The 1-1 from Schrader. Just a bit high for ball 2. Good hitters count here for Jones, who's 1 for 1 already and has already scored a run. Chance to do some more damage here. Nice block there by the Michigan Wolverine, Jimmy Obertop. Obertop was a designated hitter yesterday behind the plate here this afternoon. 3-1 count to Jalen Jones. And Schrader has loaded the bases on the 2-out walk by Jalen Jones. And now back to the top of the order, and Kenny Piper and Joey Hawkins will go to his bullpen with the bases loaded and 2 away here in the top of the third. Schrader works 2 2/3. He's responsible for the 3 runs out there on base. We'll tell you about the new Cornbelters hurler right after this. You're watching CarShield Collegiate League Baseball on CCL TV. It's another lefty out there for the Cornbelters. It's the 6', 180-pound Mizzou commit Ian Loesch out of Marquette High School. Baldwin, Missouri native. Fastball in the upper 80s. No relation to former Cardinals pitcher Kyle Loesch. Just want to clear that up right off the bat.
Yeah, we knew we were going to get questions in the comments, so just had to start it there. But a very talented left-hander he is.
He'll work with the bases loaded and 2 away to the first baseman, Kenny Piper, who's reached base a couple of times and stolen a base. So no official at bat, but he has scored a run. He hits with the bases loaded and 2 away here in the third. The Eagles looking to add on to their 4-run lead. Big swing and a miss on the big fastball by Loesch. So an 0-1 count. Final line on Schrader, 2 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. And he's responsible for 3 more runners out on the base paths. Eads at third, Bauer at second, Jones at first. And a 2-1 count to Kenny Piper. The 2-1 from Loesch popped straight up and out of play. So Loesch 1 strike away from stranding the bases loaded. The Eagles stranded the bases loaded a couple of times last night as they failed to scratch across a run. And a 4-0 loss to the Hoots. Here leading 4-0 here on this only game of the day. Swing and a miss. Loesch comes in and fans Piper for out number 3, and the Eagles strand the bases loaded. See if the Cornbelters can get the bats going. We're through 2.5 from Cars Shield Field. 4-0 Eagles. New pitcher on the mound for the Eagles for the bottom of the third. It's the left-hander out of Westphalia, Missouri, Skylar Dick Knight. 6 foot, 200-pound junior. Second time we've seen him in the Car Shield Collegiate League.
It was nice that Forrest Herman decided to go to him, and after Hecht showcased some good stuff, Shane, working 2 scoreless innings and picking up a couple strikeouts, but featuring that breaking ball nicely. So after Hecht turns it over to Dick Knight, but Hecht had a really nice afternoon.
Skylar Dick Knight, the last time we saw him, he started the Eagles' first ball game, went an inning and 2/3, struck out 4, did not give up an earned run. As he works to Jimmy Obertop, 2-3-4 in the Eagles' order here in the bottom of the third as they look to fight back from a 4-0 deficit. Eagles stranded the bases loaded in the top half of this inning. And now the Cornbelters up to bat with their University of Michigan catcher, Jimmy Obertop.
We've
and
seen
a 0-2 count.
We've seen 4 pitchers today. 3 of them throw it from the left side.
This left-hander deals, and it's up and away. Skylar Dick Knight, a Westminster Blue Jay. 11 2/3 innings of work, struck out 20 batters. So electric stuff from the left arm of Skylar Dicknight. Four starts as a sophomore and 11 2/3 innings as a junior this spring for the 6'4" left-hander. Swing and a miss. He gets a strikeout of Obertop. And out of the 6 outs he's recorded in the Carshield Collegiate League, he has 5 strikeouts. First strikeout here this afternoon. Obertop now 1 for 2, and that brings in the third baseman out of Tiffin University, Kyle Vance. That's grounded up the middle. Easy play at second for Peyton Leeper for out number 2. So a strikeout and then a 1-pitch out of Kyle Vance, and just 5 pitches needed to get the first 2 outs for Skylar Dicknight.
Number 7, Carter Mize.
And Carter Mize, the hitter now, hitting in the 4th spot for Joey Hawkins' Cornbelters, playing first base. He struck out swinging against Ben Hecht, his first time at the plate. Hitting with nobody on and 2 away here in the 3rd. Big breaking ball, big sweeping breaking ball from Dicknight. And he looks sharp here in these first few hitters here in the 3rd. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Big power from Carter Mize, but there's a lot of swing and miss in his game. He takes a big hack every time, no matter the count. But when he connects, it can go a long way. Here comes the 1-2. Just missed. Went with the fastball on the outside corner. Missed by just a little bit. And the count goes even at 2-2 to Carter Mize. His younger brother, Drew, not in the lineup this afternoon. Carter getting the start at first base. The 2-2. Up and away, 3-2. Mize has worked the count full. Looking to get on base with 2 away for the right fielder, Brett Pearson. The full count offering from Dicknight. Breaking ball got away from him, and a 2-out walk to Carter Mize. First time he's reached base.
Number 25, Brett Pearson.
And that brings in the right fielder out of SIUE, Brett Pearson.
That was interesting at bat right there because Dicknight shook off a couple times later in that at bat when he was looking to put Mize away, but good battling right there to keep it intact. He shook off and went to that breaking ball. And a 3-ball count has a lot of confidence with it, although it missed.
So now 2 away for the right fielder, Pearson, making his Carshield Collegiate League debut. Now a 2-0 count. And 5 straight balls from the left-hander. There's a strike in there, 2-1. Still a good hitter's count for Pearson. .340 hitter for the Cougars this spring. Started all 15 games in right field. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a foul back. 3 home runs to go along with that .340 batting average and a .566 slugging percentage. Very solid spring for the right fielder out of Carrollton, Missouri. And here comes the 2-2 from Skylar Dicknight. Chopped up the middle, and a leaping play by Leeper, and on to first. What a play by Peyton Leeper to retire the side. doing his name justice, leaping up for that ball up the middle. And a nice play by Peyton Leeper to end the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. 4-0 Eagles. A reminder, this inning brought to you by Interco Recycling. Interco has been recycling non-ferrous industrial metals, batteries, and computers and electronics since 1996. The company operates a 400,000 square foot, 45-acre facility on the Illinois side of downtown St. Louis. If your company has large amounts of scrap metals, batteries, or electronics to recycle, call Interco Recycling at 1-877-258-3601 or visit them on the web at itcscrap.com. That's 1-877-258-3601 or on the web at itcscrap.com. Interco Recycling, a metaltronics recycler since 1996. We're through three here from Car Shield Field. 4-0 Eagles lead. Looking to add on. Fine play by Peyton Leeper to end the bottom of the third, saving a base hit and keeping the Cornbelters from rallying in the bottom of the third and now in the top of the fourth. And Noah Jacobson leads things off against the left-hander, Ian Loesch. 2, 3, 4, Jacobson, Leeper, and Arntzen for the Eagles. And that's roped up the middle, and Jacobson has his second hit of the game, third time he's been on base. And a leadoff single for the shortstop, Jacobson.
Man, he keeps swinging the bat really well for this Eagles squad. Been their best hitter so far this summer, hitting second for Forrest Herman.
He continues to impress, and he is on first with no outs for his double play mate, Peyton Leeper.
He's 5 for 9 to open up the Car Shield Collegiate League season.
And now after flashing the leather a little bit in the field, Peyton Leeper will have a chance to hit with nobody on and a runner on base. Leeper 0 for 1, walked and scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second. Noah Jacobson on first with his second hit of the game. That breaking ball gets away from the left-hander Loesch. And now a 2-1 count. You make a play in the field, see if Leeper can't come through with the bat here. Off goes Jacobson for second, breaking ball, throw down to second, it's not in time. And a stolen base for Noah Jacobson. That stolen base brought to you by the O'Fallon Family YMCA, the Y for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. The stolen base for Jacobson. And now he's in scoring position with no outs. And that erases the possibility of the double play. 3-1 count to Leeper as he loses the bat. And it goes into the Eagles' dugout. Not the first time we've seen that. We've seen that quite a few times. As Leeper retrieves the bat from the dugout, and now in a 3-2 count. As Arntzen retrieves the bat for him. And a full count against the left-hander, Ian Loesch. The 3-2. Chop to the right side. That'll at least do a job. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. Jacobson around third. The throw from right field is up the line. And an RBI base hit for Peyton Leeper. Jacobson comes across to score to make it 5-0. They tested the right arm of Brett Pearson in right field. And a base hit brings in the run and makes it 5-0. And that brings in the designated hitter, Ole Arntzen. Second run scored to the ball game for Jacobson, and Arntzen pops that one up on the first pitch. Pearson near the line makes the catch.
Number 4, John Stallcup.
So one away for the catcher, John Stallcup. 0 for 2 on his day so far. A couple of hits last night. And 7 hits so far on the day for the Eagles. Top of the fourth, 5-0 Eagles. With the runner on first after the RBI base hit by Peyton Leeper. He drives in Noah Jacobson. And the Cornbelters now with a 5-run deficit. And a 2-0 count to John Stallcup and a big swing and a miss from the catcher. Out of Webster Groves High School. Currently at SIUE, Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Hit .333 as a freshman this spring with 6 starts behind the plate. And a 3-1 count here. Foul out of play. See if Forrest Herman starts the runners here. Starts the runner. 3-2 count, 1 away. Ian Loesch looking for the double play. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Loesch. And now 2 away for the right fielder who already has a couple of hits in this ball game, Justin Eads.
That was a really good pitch right there from
So now 2 away for the right fielder, Eads. Loesch looking to work himself out of this 4th inning, giving up just 1 run.
And Shane, that was a really good pitch right there from Loesch. And Loesch knows a little about Carshield Field. Played with Marquette, and they played in the state championship last year against DeSmet. And at Carshield Field, that's where Loesch was battling on the mound for Marquette, and he was a big part of them taking his talents to the SEC Conference and Mizzou. Very talented lefty.
Eads pops that one in a shallow right, drifting into foul territory. Pearson near the line makes the catch. Almost identical to the one he had a couple batters ago. We're through 3.5 here from Carshield Field. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 Cornbelters. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Skylar Dicknight back out for his second inning of work as the Cornbelters try to fight their way back into this ball game, down 5-0. And to try to get that rally started will be the shortstop out of St. Louis University, Zach Freeling. It'll be Freeling, Nivens, and Woods, 6, 7, and 8 for the Cornbelters here in the bottom of the fourth. That ball missed up and away to the SLU Billiken. Zach Freeling singled and was stranded on third the first time he was at the plate. A 1-0 from Dick Knight. Upstairs, ball 2.
Ooh.
As Freeling is plunked by the pitch, and he'll reach first to lead off the bottom of the fourth as the Cornbelters try to fight their way back.
Freeling's done a pretty good job early on here in the Car Shield Collegiate League. He's 3 for 9 and has been able to find a way on base pretty consistently.
3 walks. Second time he's been hit by a pitch as well. He's been on base more than half the time he's been at the plate. And that brings in the second baseman, Spencer Nivens. Speedy second baseman. Walked and was retired on a fielder's choice his first time up. So Zach Freeling on first. Spencer Nivens at the plate with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And that pitch from Dick Knight is up and away, 2-0. Dick Knight trying to get the control under wraps here in the bottom of the fourth. Outside corner gets the call, 2-1. Nice job to come back with a strike there on 2-0. Don't want to go 3-0 and have to fight all the way back. Trying to even the count here. And he'll do just that on almost the same exact pitch. Two and two count. Dick Knight looking for the strikeout or the double play. Desmond Woods on deck. Two and two count to the second baseman, Nivens. Freeling on first after the hit by pitch. Breaking ball gets away, and the count goes full to 3-2. Big pitch coming here. Shane Holsey, Will Connolly with you here on Car Shield Collegiate League TV. Thank you for joining us. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon. That's another hot one. The 3-2 is fouled away. However you're watching us, however you're taking in baseball this afternoon, thank you for tagging along with us. Just one game this afternoon. Doubleheader tomorrow evening, and then we're off Thursday. The 3-2, he walked him. Hit by a pitch and a walk to begin the bottom of the fourth for the Cornbelters.
Number 23, Desmond Wood.
That brings in the left fielder, Desmond Woods. Grounded into a fielder's choice. To the shortstop, Jacobson, his first time at the plate. Runners on first and second. Freeling out at second. Nivens at first. Good speed on the base paths. As the Cornbelters and middle infielders have reached base to start the bottom of the fourth. And now Desmond Woods with a couple runners on base. Looking to keep the line moving. Couple of good pitches from Dick Knight and an 0-2 count. Nasty stuff from Skylar Dick Knight. The big left-hander. The 0-2. Roped up the middle and a base hit. Freeling coming around third. He's going to score. It's bobbled out there in center field. And the runners will advance an extra base. An RBI base hit for Desmond Woods. And the Cornbelters are on the scoreboard. It's 5-1.
And great job by Woods hustling out of the box. The center fielder misplays it, and he hustles into second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position as Forrest Turman has a word with Dick Knight.
Jalen Jones had a little trouble with it out in center field as that ball was absolutely roped. An 0-2 mistake from Dick Knight, and Desmond Woods made him pay. Second RBI of the summer for Desmond Woods. First hit as well. Now 1 for 7. And now the center fielder, DJ Schmidt, with a couple of runners in scoring position. Cornbelters showing some signs of life here in the bottom of the 4th as they try to claw their way back. Couple of runners in scoring position. Nivens at third. Woods out at second after the base hit and then the error by Jones in center. Good breaking ball there from Dick Knight for strike 1.
And a good opportunity for our buddy DJ Schmidt. We kind of been talking about him, how he's had great at-bats. He's come up at some opportune times for the Cornbelters and off to a nice start this season, collecting a lot of hits and long at-bats. See what he does here.
Another chance, and he'll get hit by the pitch, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Quality
and a
at-bat,
dangerous one at that in Tate Matheny.
Hey, that's a quad for Mr. Schmidt. Again, we see him getting those quality at-bats. Find a way on any way you can and give it up to a guy who you want with the bat. In a dangerous situation as things are brewing now for the Cornbelters. Bases full of Cornbelters.
And that's in almost a leaping catch by Leaper. And he'll get the out at second. Run will score an RBI for Tate Matheny on the fielder's choice. Well, Leaper's given me a couple chances to use his name to perfection as he leaped for that one. Second time he's had to leap for a ball up the middle. Couldn't quite come down with the line drive, but he saves a base hit. And maybe another run, but the run does come across to score. Nivens scores to make it 5-2. And now Jimmy Obertop as he looks at a breaking ball. So nice job by Leaper going up to get that one. At least got a glove on it, saved a base hit, and Tate Matheny on first after the fielder's choice. So now 1 away and a double play could get Dick Knight out of the inning. Tying run still at the plate in Jimmy Obertop. He's already doubled in this ball game, 1 for 2 for the catcher out of the University of Michigan. As he goes down swinging for the second out. And now 2 away for the third baseman, Kyle Vance. Big strikeout there from Dick Knight, and now 1 out away from holding the Cornbelters to 2 runs.
And when we told you the bases loaded, nobody out, Tate Matheny at the plate, and you say they're only going to get 2 runs maybe out of it, 1 pitch away for Dick Knight, that could be the case.
Good breaking ball there. Dick Knight's found that breaking ball. He's dropped it in there a few times on the first pitch for a strike.
But he still has to deal with Kyle Vance, a standout right-handed hitter.
Another breaking ball, almost the same exact pitch. And the same result, strike 2.
Now he's just 1 strike away from stranding a couple of base runners here in the 4th inning.
No need for the double play here. He just needs 1 out. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a foul. Vance just got the slightest piece of that breaking ball.
Interesting to see what he goes to here. He's thrown 3 straight breaking balls, Shane. Is he going to quadruple up on it?
It's either that or he's slowed the bat down. Now will he try to speed him up? He went with the fastball, and Vance checked his swing for ball one.
It's probably a good idea with 0-2 to go to the fastball. You don't want to go having a hitter see something 4 times in a row. Definitely doesn't bode for too much success a lot of the times.
Here comes the payoff pitch from Dick Knight. Fouled away. He went with the breaking ball after he showed the fastball.
So 3 breaking balls in this at bat, and just 1 fastball, but he's still ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can do whatever he wants here, but don't give him anything to hit because Vance is dangerous.
There's a reason he's hitting in the 3 hole. The 1-2 upstairs.
Good job by Vance to lay off on a couple high fastballs in this at bat. Now making it even, as this is a huge at bat right here.
Big battle here between the powerful left arm of Skylar Dick Knight and Kyle Vance, the 3-hole hitter. The 2-2 outside. Man, if that missed, that didn't miss by much. And now that pitch important as the runner on first, Matheny, will be off with the pitch. 3-2, 2 away here in the 4th. The 3-2. Breaking ball fought off down the first base line and just foul. Vance stays alive. 8 pitches in this at bat for Kyle Vance. Number 9 coming up. Skylar Dick Knight trying to work out of this with a 5-2 lead. Matheny will be off from first. The 3-2. Swinging a chop foul will do it once again. Boy, what a battle this has shaped out to be here in the 4th. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
And we could look back at this at bat and maybe these 10 extra pitches made Dick Knight come out of the game as we see action in the pen, but huge pitch coming up.
The 3-2 fouled away. We'll do it again. 5 2-strike foul balls by Kyle Vance. Dick Knight can't find any way
and this is
to set down Vance.
After being ahead 0-2 after 2 breaking balls, he went to a high fastball, back to the breaking ball, and he's been mixing and matching, and Vance has battled, not going down, a very tough out.
He's thrown him everything but the kitchen sink. Here comes the 3-2. Fouled away. We'll do it again. What an at-bat by Kyle Vance. He'd love for him to come through, but even if he doesn't, still a heck of an at-bat.
And it likely is the last inning for sure for Dick Knight. But Vance looking for a way to get Desmond Woods, the runner at third base, home to cut the deficit.
12th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Popped up on the infield. This is going to stay in play. Kenny Piper is underneath it, and a 12-pitch at-bat results in a pop-up. And the Cornbelters got the tying run to the plate. They got a couple. We head to the top of the 5th. 5-2 Eagles. You're watching Car Show Collegiate League Baseball on CCL TV. To the top of the 5th we go. 5-2 Eagles lead. Ian Loesch back out there for the Cornbelters. Trying to hold this Eagles lead at 3. He'll work to the bottom of the Eagles order. Bauer, Maslowski, and Jones. Eagles looking to add on. The Cornbelters rather, scratched across a couple in the bottom of the second. But they still trail 5-2. An epic at-bat by Kyle Vance resulted in a pop-up. He was representing the tying run. But the score stays at 5-2, and Ian Loesch working to Jacob Bauer.
Been impressed with Loesch. Has great command and great velocity as well in the low 90s.
That breaking ball gets away from him. Now a 2-1 count. Loesch a little disgusted with himself on that pitch. Missed the back-to-back breaking balls, and now 2-1. Obertop set up inside, the 2-1. And he hits his spot right on the dot for strike 2. It's a good comeback pitch after missing with a couple of breaking balls to fire a fastball in there on the inside corner. Now the 2-2. Went with the breaking ball, and it's a sharp one. Bauer goes down swinging. He's 1 for 3, and there's one away in the top of the 5th.
That just fell off the table, and great job by the Marquette graduate to just bury that pitch. After throwing hard fastball inside to tunnel it with something low and away, great job by the left-hander, as a lot of his action is running arm side away from those right-handed hitters.
As it normally is with a left-hander, you'll see a lot more arm side run typically with left-hander, just the way the ball comes out of the hand. Now Levi Maslowski, the third baseman, in a 1-1 count. A strike and then a ball from Ian Loesch.
And it's good to see when a left-hander can command the inside part of the plate against a righty, he can really have his way.
That breaking ball gets away from him. Got the strikeout on the breaking ball. That one gets away for ball 2.
Especially early in the count, being able to pitch inside. A lot of guys aren't expecting that.
The 2-1 from Loesch. Swing and a miss. Slowed him down with the breaking ball and blew that fastball right by Maslowski. The 2-2 from the left-hander Loesch. Up and away. Again, no relation to former Major League pitcher Kyle Loesch. The 3-2 coming to Maslowski. Outside, he walked him.
He made some great pitches in that at-bat, especially hitting the inside corner a couple times with the fastball. But then once he got the 2 strikes, it looks like he was really pushing for that strikeout. Just climbing the ladder a couple times and just missed upstairs. It looks like when a hitter's trying to strike you out, a lot of strikeouts just come from hitting your spots, but he was kind of just trying to blow it away and ended up losing the hitter.
But still just a double play away from getting out of the inning. He'll try to roll one for Freeling and Nivens up the middle. There's a good pitch on the outside corner for strike 1.
Really good command of that fastball early in the count.
Fastball right around 90 miles an hour off the left arm of Ian Loesch. And he went outside. Now he goes inside for strike 2.
You're impressed to see these young pitchers be able to work both sides of the plate. Now with 2 strikes, let's see if he can't continue that command.
The 1-2 offering for Jalen Jones. Fouled away, went with the fastball there. Didn't quite get it to where he wanted, and Jones fouled it away.
We'll see what he goes to here.
Here comes the 1-2. Down low. Went with the changeup, it looked like.
Yeah, just missed a little low. His best pitch today has been that fastball. When he wants to strike guys out, he likes to climb the ladder. We'll see if he can't dot one up here.
2-2 count to Jalen Jones. roped up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Second hit of the day for Jalen Jones, and he's 2 for 2.
Good job by Jones getting on base for the third time this afternoon. Had that double and then came around to score, and that was huge for the Eagles, adding on some more runs. And then just took it right back where it came from. Getting in those 2 strike counts, don't try to do too much. And Loesch kind of learned from it last at-bat. He kind of lost a hitter on 2 strikes, tried to climb the ladder. This time he tried to do it in the zone and got beat. And it's tough when you're ahead. That command he has early in the count, but then once you get to 2 strikes, it's important to finish the guys off, kind of keep doing what you were doing, but also know that the hitter's mindset has changed. Jones just trying to put some bat to ball, put it back up the middle, and that's exactly what he did on the fastball.
If you're going to throw the fastball, you want it to be on one of the corners. 2-2, you don't have as much freedom as you do on 0-2 or 1-2. Jones is looking to put a ball in play. Sometimes if you leak a fastball, if you try to start on the inside corner with a left-hander, sometimes it can leak out over the plate, and that's what happened on that base hit by Jones. So now runners on first and second and 1 away for the leadoff hitter, Kenny Piper. There's a good breaking ball.
Really tight break on that, getting ahead with the breaking ball. We've seen a lot of lefties today do that to the right-handers.
The 0-1 to Piper. Another breaking ball that's roped down the left field line. That's going to get down for extra bases. Could score a couple. Good speed with Jones. He's going to be held up at third. And an RBI double for Kenny Piper to extend the lead.
Yeah, he hung that breaking ball after getting ahead with the get me over on 0-1. Didn't fool Piper there on the 0-1 pitch and belted it to left field. It was just it wasn't as tight as the first breaking ball. That was tight. Hitter takes it, but then he sees it again, recognizes it because it's a little hung, and crushes it to left field. So now a couple runners in scoring position for a dangerous hitter at the box.
That dangerous hitter, Noah Jacobson. Now a 6-2 Eagles lead. Strike 1 from Loesch. Noah Jacobson hitting with a couple of runners in scoring position. Good fastball there from Loesch, but it misses. So a 6-2 Eagles lead after the RBI double by Kenny Piper. Third time he's reached base. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss from Jacobson, who has a couple of hits and has not been retired in 3 plate appearances so far this afternoon. The 1-2 from Loesch. Inside. Obertop was set up outside, and Loesch pulled that fastball across his body. May have clipped the corner of the plate, but when you miss your spot by that much, you're typically not going to get the call. Went with the breaking ball on 2-2, and it just missed. Now he's in danger of loading the bases.
Yeah, it's an interesting comment you bring up because umpires traditionally, even if it may have hit the strike zone, you don't think about that a lot of the time just watching the game, but it is so true.
3-2 from Loesch is belted into right field. That is back to the track to the wall, and it is out of here. Noah Jacobson, a 3-run shot over the right field wall, and that extends the Eagles' lead to 9-2. Second home run for Jacobson. And a 3-hit day for the shortstop.
That's big time right there from Jacobson. Coming into this game, we were kind of looking at who's had a good start to the season so far. Jacobson, he had 3 hits and a bomb, but add another one to that as he now has 6 hits on the season, 2 of them going for home runs. And they kind of roughed up the Mizzou left-hander, and a couple of times it was just because he got the 2 strikes, but then lost hitters on trying to elevate with that fastball and things of that sort. But he has a great breaking ball and good velocity on the fastball, and he actually showcased he can hit both sides of the plate, but a mistake pitch to Jacobson, who crushed it.
A 9-2 Eagles lead now, a new hurler for the Cornbelters. We'll take a break and we'll tell you about them right after this. New pitcher for the Cornbelters is the side armor, Hayden House. He will work to Peyton Leeper, and he greets him with a rope into left center. Leeper wasting no time welcoming House into this ball game. Talk about a rude awakening coming into the game for House.
Number 28, Ole Arnston.
And that brings in the designated hitter, Ole Arntzen.
House has had a couple appearances on the mound, and he's picked up a victory twice. Last time out, he got the win, but overall, he's pitched in 2 games. 4 innings pitched. Has 4 strikeouts and just 1 earned run. And like we said, he's picked up 2 victories, so has pitched some key innings. The side armor has for Joey Hawkins out of the bullpen for the Cornbelters.
Trying to do a little damage control here. Cornbelters down 9-2. A 4-run bottom of the 5th, highlighted by the 3-run homer by Noah Jacobson. And the Eagles have broken this game open here in the 5th. And more power at the plate than Ole Arntzen. And a good hitter's count to do some damage here, 2-1. Make that 3-1. Leeper on first with the base hit. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Eagles offense, after just 2 hits last night, have exploded for 9 runs here this afternoon. And Arntzen looks at strike 2. Side armor House. Working to Arntzen. And make that ball 4. Arntzen on base. And just a reminder, this will be the last inning of this ball game, just playing 5 innings. We just got word from the field. This will be the final inning. Top of the 5th, 9-2 Eagles. So just 5 innings here this afternoon. These coaches trying to save some arms for later in the week. A lot of games bunched together here in this month and a half of Car Shield Collegiate League action. 90 games in about a month and a half. That's fouled out of play by John Stallcup behind the plate this afternoon. Swung on and missed by Stalkup. He goes down for the second out of the inning. And that brings in the right fielder, Justin Eads. So now 2 away here in the top of the 5th, and the Eagles trying to extend their already 7-run lead.
The inning started with a strikeout, back with Bauer, but then a walk, single, single, base hit, home run, single. Now leads.
So 6 straight Eagles reach base. Bookended by strikeouts thus far. And now Eads is working on a 2-for-3 day, hitting with a runner in scoring position and 2 away. One and one count to the Submariner Hayden House facing Justin Eads. And that plunks him, and that'll load the bases. 3rd time Eads has reached base. And the Maryville Saint will have to work with the bases loaded. Now they're gonna roll the inning here. We're gonna send it to the bottom of the 5th. Cornbelters, their last chance coming up in the bottom of the 5th. 9-2 Eagles. You're watching Car Shield Collegiate League Baseball on CCL TV. New hurler to try to close things down for the Eagles. It was the designated hitter to start the afternoon, Ole Arntzen, on the mound for the first time here at Car Shield Field. Last chance for the Cornbelters as they try to rally. Down 7, and a first pitch swinging by Carter Mize and a base hit to lead off the 5th. So that brings in the left-handed swinging right fielder, Brett Pearson. In his first game in the Car Shield Collegiate League, a couple of groundouts to his credit, 0 for 2. The SIUE Cougar swings and misses for strike 1. So Carter Mize reaches base for the 2nd time. He's 1 for 2. After he walked back in the 3rd. He's on first with nobody out for Brett Pearson. And an 0-2 count. Ole Arntzen working the bottom of the 5th. This will be the last half inning of this ball game. Coaches agreeing to play 5 innings to try to save some pitching as we head deeper into this long week of baseball. And that is cued foul off to the left side. Count stays at 0-2. So leadoff base hit for Carter Mize. He's 1 for 2. Brett Pearson at the plate, 0 for 2. Zach Freeling on deck. He's reached base a couple of times. The 0-2 coming from Arntzen. Mize takes off for second, and that hits Pearson. So a couple of base runners to lead off the bottom of the fifth for the Cornbelters.
Do we have something interesting brewing here, Shane?
It is the Cornbelters after all.
Give the viewer some context on what that means.
So the Cornbelters multiple times this summer have been down in the late innings, and we've seen some late inning craziness. They had the tie with the Cavemen. They nearly came back on day 1 against the Cavemen and came back against the Hoots down 1 in the 7th. So you never know with this Cornbelters team what's going to happen in the later innings, albeit just the 5th in this 5-inning game, but still the final inning nonetheless. A couple of crazy games with the Cavemen, a 1-run game and a tie. Come back against the Hoots, and now showing some life here in the 5th inning against Ole Arntzen. That's low and away for ball 1, 1-1. 1-2 rather, to Zach Freeling. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, the final inning of play here this afternoon. Only ball game of the day. We'll be back tomorrow for another doubleheader. Off Thursday and then back at it on Friday. Going on 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time, starting just after a couple minutes after noon this afternoon. Arntzen. That breaking ball gets away, 2-2. Freeling working a tough at-bat here. He works the count even at 2-2. Mize out at second, the leadoff hit to right field, and then the hit by pitch of Brett Pearson. Now a couple of base runners to contend with for Ole Arntzen. Good breaking ball in there, strike 3. Freeling is retired for the first out. Big strikeout there for Arntzen. Now a double play could end it. Going to be hard to turn it with the speedy Nivens at the plate. So runners on first and second, 2 away, or 1 away rather, here in the bottom of the 5th. Cornbelters trying to cut into this deficit. And if they can't come back all the way, at least make the final line a little more acceptable for them. The 1-0 from Arntzen. One and one count to the second baseman, Spencer Nivens, with a couple of runners on base. Now a 1-2 count. A double play could end it. Arntzen looking for that or the strikeout. The 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Arntzen tore it up at Wabash Valley Community College at the plate. Now an SIUE Cougar. He's on the mound trying to close things out for the Eagles. Now a full count to Spencer Nivens. Nivens trying to work himself on base for Desmond Woods. The 3-2. Swing and chop to second. Going to be tough to turn it. Leaper goes to second for the first out, and they're not going to turn two on the speedy Nivens. So a fielder's choice goes 4-6. And the Cornbelters down to their final out. So 2 away now for the left fielder, Desmond Woods, who drove in a run with a base hit his last time at the plate. And a fastball from Arnson right down the middle for strike one. The 0-1. Count goes even at 1-1 to the left fielder Woods. 1 for 2 day for him so far. Looking to extend the game and keep the Cornbelters' hopes, albeit slim, alive here in the bottom of the 5th. DJ Schmidt on deck. 2-1 from Arnson. Outside corner, strike 2. Cornbelters down to their final strike. The 2-2. Outside corner, strike 3. Arnson comes in and slams the door on a 9-2 Eagles victory. They go back to 500 at 2-2. Cornbelters fall to 2-2-1. 9-2 your final score. We'll be back to wrap things up in a bit. 9-2, Eagles win it. Nine-2, Eagles win it. Take it through the line. Scores first for the victorious Eagles. 9 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cornbelters. They fall to 2-2-1. Eagles improve to 2-2. A big day for Noah Jacobson, 3 for 3 with a big 3-run homer in the top of the 5th, and that 4-run top of the 5th for the Eagles. And after being shut out last night by the Hoots, they come back and win this one 9-2. Will, any final thoughts before we send things off for this afternoon of baseball? Just one game here this afternoon. Game just 5 innings. Doubleheader tomorrow.
Excited to get back at it tomorrow. It should be good baseball. I think we see that Forrest Herman squad. It was good to see them rebound after a late night last night and a struggling night on the offensive end. Things kind of got started with some walks off the mound from Schrader, and then eventually the Eagles took advantage of it. Jacobson had a great day, 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Justin Eads, Jalen Jones, and Leeper each notched 2 hits as well. So just an overall great offensive effort, and also good job by Dick Knight. Did allow a couple runs, but picked up the victory on the mound, working well in relief. Ben Hedge had some electric stuff. Forrest Herman's squad continuing to bring it as they now are 2-2, and the Cornbelters dropped to 2-2-1. So I'm excited, Shane. Final thoughts are, come see us tomorrow at 5:30. It's going to be a beautiful evening. And for the O'Fallon Hoots, tomorrow is the first $1 Beer Wednesday. $1 canned domestics available throughout the ballpark. So first Wednesday, that's going to be in action tomorrow on July 8th. The 8th day of July should be a great one here at CarShield Field. But those are my final thoughts, Shane. I'm excited to get back at it with you, Charlie Bornoff, tomorrow here at CarShield Field, 5:30. Stay tuned with us.
Yep.
It's going to be a good game.
Right here on YouTube, CarShield Collegiate League TV, and of course you can keep up with us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CarShield CL. We thank you for joining us here on this edition of CarShield Collegiate League Baseball. For Will Connerly and Charlie Bornoff, I'm Shane Holsey. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Stay safe and stay cool.